What's going on, guys? TTL here. Gonna be going over my top 5 props for Underdog. You can play these props pretty much anywhere, but I'm playing them over on Underdog. If you guys are interested, use code TTL over on Underdog. Get up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. Absolutely been killing it on Underdog. We killed it yesterday into yesterday's free picks. Let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and review yesterday's picks as always. Again, before yesterday, we did go 2 days in a row of going 1-4. So we really did need a bounce back day. We played a few alt lines, but it worked in our favor. So we're going to go ahead and get the bad out of the way. We went 1-1 on this 2 pick. Jokic cashed his 52.5 PRA, which was both of these were free picks. Now, Karl Anthony Towns, he should have cashed. And I'm not the type of person to just say that, but Cat had 33 PR with like 2 minutes left in the third. That's when he got pulled, and it was just a 30-point blowout. You can see they lost 101 to 126. They lost by 25. So they did not even put him back in the entire fourth quarter. I was hoping he could at least get 2 or 3 minutes in the fourth and just cash that for us, but he was crushing it, just couldn't get that line. But it happens, blowouts happen. 1-1 in that 2 pick, and then we went 3-0 in the 3 pick. Missy under 11.5 rebounds, he ended with 7. Hield under 24.5 points, he ended with 17. And then Giannis over 9.5 rebounds. He actually almost cashed at half, but surprisingly, he ended with 12. But he had like 9 at half, so bro was absolutely killing it. Let's do it again today, guys. Let's go 5-0 this time though, but it felt nice going 4-1 yesterday and flipping that 1-4 over. So let's at least do that again today and go 4-1. But last thing I want to say before we get started into the props is I'm going to give out 2 free money lines. I tend to do that in my videos. Yesterday we did profit. We went with the Thunder money line, which hit, and then we took the Magic money line, which was so close, but they couldn't pull off the win. They were underdogs too, though. Today I'm playing these two over on Shuffle. You can see the banner on top of my webcam that keeps going on and off screen. Shuffle, use code TTL for a $1,000 match. But I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks at plus 175, and I'm taking the Timberwolves at minus 120. And the way I'm playing this is I'm playing $50 on the Hawks, and then I'm playing $60 on the Timberwolves, because if they win, that profits me right around $50. So let's lock both of these in, and let's get into the actual props of today's video. Let me go ahead and pull them up on my second monitor so I can get this started. And let's have a great day today, Gabe. Great day today, boys. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So I am going to go ahead and throw one NFL pick in here. Going to go ahead and get that one out of the way. The other 4 will be NBA, but I'm really loving this pick, and it's going to be Gus Edwards over 5.5 rushing attempts. This one's a 0.9x over on Underdog. Highly recommend taking this one, and we can go ahead and head over to predictive profits, and we can go ahead and see Gus Edwards rush attempts 5.5. It's minus 145 over on Sportsbooks, and he has a 100% hit rate in the 10,000 simulations that were ran. Now, I don't go just based off of hit rate. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that. I think that would be absolutely silly to just go off of hit rate. You do have to look at injury reports. You have to look at other things. Don't go only based on this, but that is a good standpoint to look at. When we click his name, we can see he's cashed this in 5 of his last 5 with an average of 9.4. He's cashed this in 10 of his last 10 with an average of 9. And this season, 7 of his last 7, because he's only played 7 games this season. I apologize. And he's went over in every game this season. Now projection, we have him projected for 9 rushing attempts in today's game. Houston Texans defense, rush attempts allowed 13th in the league, allowing 26.3 rushing attempts per game. I don't think he's going to have any issues going over this number today. Let's go ahead and lock him up. This starts in about, what is that, like 7 hours-ish? 6 hours? No, 7.5 hours. So plenty of time to get that one in. And then we're going to head over to NBA and the ones I like for NBA. So let me go ahead and put those up. So we're going to start off Anthony Edwards. Now, I have been taking him pretty much every single day that I can with his 3-pointers. Taking the over 3.5 3 points made. It's a 0.92x. Still plenty of value to be found there. He just shoots them up like crazy. He's went under this line so few times this season, especially the over 2.5. If you decide to take that, that's like a layup for him. Last time we took this was like 2 days ago, and he cashed it in the first quarter. We can go ahead and see minus 150 on sports books, 71.3% projected hit rate. He's cashed in 4 of his last 5. He's cashed in 7 of his last 10. And he's cashed in 26 of 37 games this season. And he's against the Grizzlies, who are 18th in the league, allowing 13.6 3-pointers per game. We have him projected for 4.5 today. I honestly project him for 5 or 6. We can go ahead and take a look at his last 2. We can see he had games 10, 6, 7, and then 4 in that last one. But bro's been absolutely crushing it. I don't think that's going to stop today. Let's go ahead and take Ant over 3.5 3 points made and head on to the third pick of the day, which is going to be Duncan Robinson. And we're going to take his over 1.5 3 points made at 0.81x. Now, 0.181x is a little bit heavy, a little bit juiced, but I'm loving this. Let's go ahead and look at the stats. And this is why I love underdog. You can take alt lines over and under. It doesn't have to just be over like some other apps I know. It's just amazing, guys. You can take alt lines for over or under. Let's look at his points, for example. We can take his over 7.5, under 7.5, 5.5, 9.5, 12.5, and you can just move his points line up and down however you please, and it's just absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it, and the payout shifts are still way worth it. Again, use code TTL. But let's go ahead and search up Duncan Robinson and look at his 3 points made, 1.5, over hitting 79.54%. And when we take a look at it, we can see he's cashed it in 4 of his last 5, 8 of his last 10, and in 27 of 34 games this season. He has a projection of 2.5 in this matchup, which is beautiful. We can project him for 2 or 3 in this game. The Trailblazers defense is absolutely horrible, 22nd in the league for 3 points allowed, allowing 14 3-pointers per game, and we have him at a projected hit rate of almost 80%. So let's go ahead and lock this one in. I'm absolutely loving it. And let's move on to our 4th pick of the day, which is going to be Scotty Barnes over 4.5 assists. Now this one again is a 0.87x. And guys, again, I'm not even going to put it in the title like that we went 4-1 yesterday, because these alt lines, I got a lot of love in the comments for the alt lines, for the juiced lines. And I'm going to keep on taking them. I'm going to take whatever I feel comfortable taking and I think will cash. That's what matters, right? What matters is if we profit or lose money. And as long as we're profiting, I'm going to take what I feel comfortable. There's not too much I feel comfortable on today. I have like 1 slip over on other apps, maybe 2. But on Underdog, I have like 5 NBA slips today that I'm loving. And that's because I can play these lines. Now, again, I'm not going to put 4-1 in the title just because it does feel a little bit off, even though technically we went 4-1 yesterday. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. And I hate when people play like minus 200s and they're saying, oh yeah, that counts as a win. It does it. But Scotty Barnes over 4.5 assists. Let me know in the comments though. Do you guys think I should put like 4-1 in the title? If we go 5-0 today, should I put 5-0, or is it like kind of iffy because they're alt lines or because they're juiced up lines? Let me know in the comments what your opinions are on that. Really do appreciate it. Plus it pushes the algorithm. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But Scotty Barnes over 4.5 assists. Let's get into it and finish off these picks. Scotty Barnes, 4.5, minus 180 over on sportsbooks, 77.67% hit rate. And when we take a look, we can see in 4 of his last 5 games, he's went over. In 7 of his last 10, he's went over. And in 20 of 25 games this season, he's went over this 4.5 line. The Pistons defense is a tight-knit defense, 9th in the league for assists allowed, allowing 25.5 per game. I don't think we're going to have any issues. I have him projected for over 6 in this matchup with, again, a projected hit rate of over 77%. So let's lock it in and move on to our last pick of the day, which is going to be Colin Sexton. Now, this one's a little bit scary. Don't get me wrong. We can take Colin Sexton or we can take Walker Kessler. Honestly, we're going to go with Walker Kessler just because I feel like it's a cleaner, easier pick to cash. That's why I'm going to go with Walker Kessler here. But let's go with Walker Kessler. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at his PRA at 23.5. This has a 61% hit rate at 23.5. And when we take a look at it, he's went over this in 4 of his last 5. He's went over this in 6 of his last 10. He's went over this in 17 of 30 games this season. The Suns defense is terrible. 19th in the league for points allowed, 20th in the league for assist, 8th in the league for rebounds. We have him projected for 24.2 today. And when we check the injury report and we scroll down to the Jazz, we can see almost everyone is out. Keontae George is out. John Collins is out. Clarkson is out. Hendricks. Almost like there's 6 players on the Jazz that are out or questionable day to day. Now, with that being said, the 23.5 line scares me just a little bit. So what I did is I dropped it to 19.5 at a 0.71x. But when we do that, we can see all of these red lines that are close turning green. And we can see that all of a sudden, he's 4 of his last 5 with the 1 miss being by 0.5. And he only had 4 attempts in that game. We can see over his last 10, he's 8 out of 10 instead of 6 out of 10. And this season, he goes from 17 of 30 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 21 of 30. Now, I absolutely love this line at 19.5 versus this terrible Suns defense and with the Jazz players being out. So let's go ahead and lock this in. Walker Kessler over 19.5 PRA. Loving all 5 of these picks. Let's lock it in. Let's cash out today, and I'll see you guys when it turns green. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Go ahead and join the Discord. VIP is only $20, or you get a free month when you use code TTL on Underdog. So let's lock in together, and I'll see you guys in the next video.